Welcome to the X Room Podcast. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Maylee Nelson.
Sean Finnegan.
We just came from an incredible event. We're so honored to be able to also interview some of the most iconic couples that I know here in Utah. Josh and Aubree, tell us a little bit about why you came to the X Room, and then we'll dive into some of your stories.
Yeah, well, we've been coming, I think it's our fourth or fifth.
Yeah.
It's been a while now, but every time we come here, there's just such a good energy. You can just tell people here have an abundancy mindset.
Yeah.
They're not trying to like compete. It's this share with each other and really just like bring your talents and how can you help others. And so we love to come here to, one, give back because we've met some really incredible people who have helped us here, but also to meet more people and just continue to grow and learn and just share the goodness.
Yeah, it feels like people aren't gatekeeping here. It feels like it is really a collaborative environment.
For sure.
Sean's done a really good job at curating who actually comes to them.
Yes.
Because I don't know if I've met anybody here who I'm not just like genuinely, you're a good person.
Amen.
It's the wow factor, right?
yeah.
Like Sean brings the wow factor.
Yes.
So Jimbo is a friend of all of ours, and I remember at an X Room, I was like, "Hey Jimbo, who'd you meet that you just loved?" And there, of course, it was Josh and Aubree. He's like, "I met these two, and we just had such an incredible conversation. I love those guys. Like, I felt like he wanted to be adopted into the family with all the kids."
Oh my gosh, he's such a great guy. We love him. We love him.
You can hit Jimbo, if you're listening, you can come be their grandpa. So,
They're ready for another kid.
Yeah.
Right? So we filmed another show together, and it was in their house. And so they film a lot of content. So they're content creators. And they have an incredible family, the cutest kids. And it's real because we were right there in the house and the kids are running around. I mean, you have a very full life. They put out this content, and literally the very first videos they were putting out were getting millions of views. Because I was like, hey, a lot of times people start here and then you kind of have to work up. And right out of the gates, and everything you put out is so viral. It's incredible.
well.
There's definitely a learning curve, but also we did have a little bit of an advantage because we started in 2020. Everyone was stuck at home, had nothing to do, so they were all on their phones scrolling.
Yeah.
And so we really jumped on the like entertainment department of social media, and we really post content that is going to be really entertaining and uplifting, and people want to watch that. And so that's kind of why we do get a lot of views, but also there's a lot of mind and creativity, mostly from Josh.
Tell us a little bit about that. What is your process or your structure to create this type of content? Because this is unique. I mean, honestly, like having videos go viral after viral, it's not common,
It's, I think a big part of it has been Aubree and I, from the very beginning of our relationship, we like to have fun. And one of the things that you get from content is you have to feel what you're consuming. You have to feel what you're watching. And so there has to be an emotion behind it. Aubree and I, from the very beginning of our relationship, it's been very passionate. We fought really hard to even be married. Because my parents didn't want us to get married, and a bunch of people didn't want us to get married. And so we had to be very passionate and sure about the relationship. And so from that, I feel like that's bloomed into this just very passionate way of just doing everything. And I think what happens is there's a lot of just love between us as well as our whole family. Like it's the center of our lives. And I think that's what people are seeing is the love is what people are feeling. And for that reason, they're liking, they're commenting, they're sharing.
I'd love to hear about there's certain blow up animal or something involved in a video that I saw very early on. Like what led up to that, and what animal was it, and how'd that all come together?
So
There were two.
Well, no, there were multiple. But I that definitely was a little bit of that like bored desperation 2020. What do we do? It was a funny trend. People who were on TikTok back then would know the song is "Somebody Come Get Her, She Dancing Like a Stripper." And so the people were making videos with that sound, and so I was like, it'd be so funny to put our daughter's inflatable unicorn suit on and go do that in the street. And he was like, no, but really, that'd be so funny. And he was like, come on, do it. He kind of had to push me to do it.
Yeah.
Sure enough, I did it. And that was our first viral video.
Walk us through exactly what happened in the video.
So I was in this unicorn suit that was too small for me.
Very much too small for her.
My head's like, my head's like hanging out of it. And
Looked like the unicorn had, what is that called? A goiter?
yeah, it just looked very weird. And I'm just in the middle of our street, just like this to the music in the unicorn suit. And I think it had 500,000 views in the first week. And it just kept going up and going up. And I was like, what is this?
Shares like thousands of thousands,
Oh, yeah.
hundreds of thousands of shares.
And it was just fun. And then we were like, wait a second, because I had felt like I wanted to be an influencer like since 2016 or so. I just kind of felt like I'm supposed to be an influencer. And he's like, hey, great, go ahead. And it was hard. And then I didn't get any followers. And then TikTok comes along and I'm like, wait a second, I'm getting followers just for having fun. So I can be an influencer in a completely different way than they had been. Like it's your typical influencer, your house is perfect, everything's perfect, you know. I was not that. And even if I tried, I could never be that. I don't even do my laundry. He does our laundry because I'm just
That's why
a
they
mess
call him the
all
Iron
time.
Man.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. But so to see that it was actually possible for me to become an influencer in my own way. I didn't have to fit into any kind of mold. I could just go and have fun and post videos and get views, and then people would want to watch, and I'd spread joy to the world. And I was like, wait a second. This is really fun. This is really cool. And so it started with the inflatables, and then I started doing dancing because I used to be a cheerleader in high school. Started doing dancing again.
Wait, hold on. Tell them about the other inflatable suit.
So there's a second inflatable food suit.
This is the most iconic one.
Yeah.
So the most iconic was when
For spirit animal.
when the WAP song came out, and everyone was doing this very provocative dance.
Right. Yeah.
And I just said, I just have been having this thought I should do this WAP dance in a hippo suit. And he goes,
Good
no,
thought.
yes, let's do it. And I'm like, no,
careful
I
what you
can't.
tell
I
Josh.
can't. Yes, I know.
Right?
And he's like, let's go. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't. He goes and gets the suit out. He unzips it. He gets the camera set up. He's like, let's go. We're doing it right now.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so
It's a good
First
husband.
take, right?
When inspiration
It was first
hits-
take.
first take, he hadn't even seen the dance, so he didn't know what it was. And so I get it on, I get the suit on. He's sitting in this giant love sack beanbag chair behind me. And we turn the music on, and I do the dance in the hippo suit, and he's just cracking up laughing. I've never seen him laugh that hard. And we posted it, and that one had 500,000 views in 30 minutes, and it just
Wow.
kept going. I think it's at 50 million views
Yeah.
on
Wow.
TikTok. Plus whatever it is on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere else.
So
it's
wild.
just huge. And it was
You
one
should
of
have brought the hippo suit today.
I
We
should
should have done the
have.
hoe. You should have done the
should have done
unicorn,
the-
hippo.
Yeah,
next
I
show.
know, in the
We
hippo
Yeah.
we
suit.
did some dances with, I was the unicorn, she was the hippo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and that video was one of the top 100 videos on TikTok in 2020.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yes.
That's incredible. I'm glad you told the story of the second one.
Yeah.
They're both impressive.
Yes.
Between a unicorn and a hippo.
Unicorn and a hippo.
And just
Yes.
like you just had it just like hit your mind, and then
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, let's just do it.
No, so I think part of it is consuming content and seeing like what's happening and seeing trends and all that. But then just part of it is just taking your own spin and just having fun and building on it. I feel like that's one of the things that TikTok did for the world is it seems like it was built and thrived in this era when everybody was just bored out of their minds, and it almost became like, you remember back in the day you would be like, I want to go to my friend's house and play. That's what it felt like. It felt like we were playing with all of our friends around the world, and instead of it being like, no, this is my idea, it was really similar to the X Room, where it was like, let's collaborate, let's share ideas, let's build off of each other,
Right.
and let's have this abundance mindset. And that's really like, we thrived in that environment.
One of our favorite things to do is to come up with an idea and be like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna post this, we're gonna do it this way. This song, we figure out everything, we post it goes viral, does great. And then we start seeing all of our other friends who are creators who have kids, and they do the same thing. They use the same music, they do
Yeah.
the same thing. And I love it. I love how there's that connection. There's not any like animosity or any competition. And so same thing, our friends will post something. We'll be like, that's such a great idea. Let's do it too. And so it really is this like going on to social media, connecting with the world and just sharing what we have to give, which is a lot of light, a lot of fun, a lot of humor. And we just really love sharing that. And it's just this great energy that we send out and it returns back to us.
Well, it's interesting because it's a massive contrast to what we did before, where every single day was like, I would wake up dreading the day. I would wake up just ugh, like why am I doing this? Why did I put myself through this?
We've all been through days like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the contrast of what we do now, it's literally we get
Can't
to play.
wait to wake up and have fun.
Yeah. We call ourselves stay-at-home parents.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So people ask what we do. We're stay-at-home parents.
How do your fans interact with you? Because I've actually seen some of this. Like, I feel like they watch you and they know you well. And they feel like they know you. You haven't even met them yet, but they feel like they know you personally.
Yes. My favorite is when we get comments and someone will be like, oh, wow, I love Sunny's haircut. And I'm like, it's so strange that they know exactly that child's name, you know, and they comment on them because they know who they are too. We've built this presence online with our family, not just Josh and I, but our whole family and as a unit. And so our followers actually really know us, or at least, you know, what we put out there for them to see. And so that's been really fun. It feels like they have someone like rooting for them too.
Because of that, though, obviously the contrast is that, right, there's so many people who are like, I would never put my kids on camera. I would never want that for them. But also, like, they're terrified, like, with stuff could happen, you know, you're putting them in the light of, like, what is your take on that? Because I love it. I think it's awesome. But I'm sure you get a lot of contrast. Do people bring that up? Is that, like, what do you do to keep them safe? Like,
Yeah.
The day and age that we live in, you are going to have to build your personal brand.
yes.
If you look at how AI is taking over the world, the number of jobs that are going to disappear, it's going to go away. Your personal brand is going to be one of the most valuable things that you have in the coming, we'll call it the artificial economy. I don't know what do you call it? But the economy of abundance is what we're entering. Not having our kids on social media right now, I think would be a disservice to them. We're getting them to the point where it's preparing them for how the world interacts with each other. We don't share with them all of the comments. It's when they ask about comments, they're like, oh, what did they say about this one? We definitely filter what is said. To make sure that they're not receiving all of the hate that
There's
people
some
send.
bullies online.
There's absolutely
for
some
sure.
bullies.
Yes, people have way too much time on their hands. Yeah.
But the other thing is we're very private with our life in general, and we keep the kids in situations where they're always being supervised. They always have somebody around them. I think the biggest thing, and this maybe this sounds silly to anybody watching, but there's a book called The Circle Maker, one of the absolute best books I've ever read. It's by Mark Batterson. He wrote a book also called Praying Circles Around Your Family. One of the things that we do as a family is having God involved in the process and praying this circle of protection around our family, making sure that the content that we produce, it's going where it's supposed to, it's touching the lives of the people it's supposed to, because ultimately the message that we're sending is there is light and love and hope out there, and there is hope that you can have a strong family, you can have a good marriage, you can have a good relationship with your children or your parents. That isn't as common in these days. And that's a message that absolutely needs to be shared, and to not put our kids in that position where they can fulfill that mission to be able to serve people in that way. Again, I think that would be a great disservice to them.
And you're setting them up for so much success. Like, you're setting them up, instead of being like, oh, don't be in the light. Don't help people. Don't put yourself out there. Like, you're doing the opposite, right? You're giving them permission to be whatever they want. And to not be afraid of fame, not to be afraid of people, not to be afraid of of actually showing up on camera. Like, that is so amazing. I'm really proud of you guys.
There's so much darkness in the world. And so what we're trying to do is to spread light and to spread happiness so people can see that too. And if we are in fear and we don't post because of fear, then the darkness wins. And so we're trying to just be positive and spread all of that. I will add as well that our kids don't have their own personal social medias. They don't have access to any kind of social media. And so if they want to watch anything on YouTube, we're watching it on the TV with everyone in there, the whole family together. If they want to watch our videos, then again, they can use my phone and sit next to me and they can watch the videos, but they're not consuming social media like a lot of teenagers are or kids even. And our goal is that they will not have their own social media where they can consume until they're adults, really.
So I think we adding a third member?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness sakes. Look at her.
Right.
Do you want to introduce this, our third guest?
This is Disney. This is baby number 7.
Oh,
Disney May.
May. I
Yes.
love that.
Yeah.
Yes, look at her.
Hello, princess.
Oh my
hello.
gosh, look at that face.
hello.
She is so adorable.
use the microphone.
Wow.
Grab her toy.
She looks so much like both of you. That's so amazing.
Yes.
She is.
Wow. That's
Tell
incredible.
us about Disney, because I've known you for a while. So there was all this rumor because you had 6, and it was always like, hey, we're going to have the 7, and you kind of teased it for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And then finally, like, you came out and said, hey, there's a 7th, and now she's here.
Yeah.
Tell us about what happened on
Well,
that.
we have 5 daughters, and then we had our son, number 6. And so a lot of people thought we just kept having babies until we had our son. And we would tease them and we'd post about that too and say, my husband wanted a son. And so we kind of played off of that as well. And so when we had another baby, I think a lot of people were surprised because they're like, why are you finally got your son? Why are you still going? And it's like, no, not just for our son. We actually like a lot of kids. So, yes, she's baby number 7.
Oh my gosh.
I feel
Look
like
at her.
She's
I
perfect.
feel like we tease people, you said, about having kept having kids just to have a son. No, we kept having kids just so we could have her.
Oh yeah.
Like she is the sweetest
Look at
baby
her.
we've
I'm
had.
just so happy.
She's so happy.
That's amazing.
It's like she's just the ball of love and joy. Like it's
So
You look amazing. How old is she? I mean,
Oh, thank
Look at
you.
her.
She's 4 months.
4 months old.
gosh.
What's your most common question you get from fans that watch the channel? What are some things that they ask you?
They ask us about the kids' names a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
What about the kids' names?
So we have Trendy, Zaylee, Sunny, Truly, Journey, Rocky, and Disney. So very unique names. And a lot of people are like, where, like we've had some people say, did you just open up a dictionary and point?
no. So we're telling a story. So the story goes like this. Once upon a time, there was a trendy girl named Zaylee who one sunny day had a truly rocky journey on her way to Disney.
Oh my gosh, that is so great.
I'll never forget their name. Perfect.
It's like you planned that.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
So we are very thoughtful in our names. It's funny, my daughter just got a stuffed animal from Amazon. It came this morning. She opened it up before practice. And she just looked at it and she's like, oh, I'm going to name you Lucky. And I was like, I wonder if people think that's how we name our kids. Just like, oh, here's a good name for you. But we are very thoughtful with our names. And each one has been just really thought about, prayed about. And Disney's especially was one that we wanted everyone in the family to agree on.
Yeah.
And so we had family councils. We sat together and talked about the baby's name and what we wanted to name her and had different votes. And ultimately, Disney was the only one that everyone agreed on.
I mean, how can you not love it?
I
right?
know.
Like,
Yes.
She matches the brand. Look at her.
Totally.
Oh,
She
yeah.
is Disney.
She's so adorable.
Oh, thank you.
So has Disney been on the channel much yet?
Yes, she's in most of our videos
Okay.
now. Because a lot of our stuff is just very family. So
Yeah.
it's, here's each of our kids, here's our family, here's what we do. She has, and then a lot of people ask us if she's been to Disneyland yet. And she
Yeah.
has. We took her last month. She got to go meet Walt Disney, as we say, the statue. She got to see the man she was named after.
Yes.
I have this great experience I had at Disney. So I had my little girl, and we took her to get, you know how they do the full makeovers for little kids. So she went and got the mini makeover. And so
Okay.
she had her whole Minnie outfit on, and she was 2 years old at the time. So I go take her in the line, and Minnie's there. So of course we want to go get in but she doesn't understand at the age of 2 that there's this line. So I'm like, sweetie, and then she's like starting to get impatient, and she's just like, she doesn't want to wait, and so she starts like having a fit, and she kind of flops down on the floor. Minnie sees it, and Minnie stops the line and comes back. And comes up to my daughter, and my daughter falls in Minnie's arms and starts falling asleep in Minnie's lap. It was like, I still have the best picture ever of little Minnie with Minnie in her arms. I mean, that's what it's all about,
I
right?
actually have a similar, so my son was obsessed with Mickey, like way too obsessed. Like everything he owned was Mickey. For his second birthday, everything, like his cups, his whole bed, like everything. He just was so obsessed with like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and he just loved watching it. And he'd sing the songs and Toodles, like he'd call everyone Toodles,
yeah.
Toodles. And I'm like, you're so funny. So we take him to Disneyland for the first time at 2, and same thing. He didn't get this idea of a line, like he didn't know what a line was, so he just bolted straight to Mickey because he was there right when we walked in. So Mickey was like the first person he saw, and he's just oof. And I actually somehow was like, oh, I'm just gonna watch this, I guess. Like I didn't know what to do, and he just opens up his arms, and Cash just grabs him. It's so cute, and I have it on film. Like it really is
He's
the
like-
cutest. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
All in.
Immediately, just like this is why you're a parent. You've done a lot, so we better get some good things from it, right?
Oh my gosh. Okay. That feeling, right? You think of that feeling that was created by a man.
Yes.
Walt Disney just
Yeah.
his imagination, his
Yeah.
vision created that.
Yeah.
And now this little baby, same thing. You say Disney and you get that feeling and you get that emotion all from that creativity, that entrepreneurship. And that's really where we got that name from, that magic. And I love that you have those experiences
Yes.
because then you get it. You understand
Totally.
the magic behind it. And so we love it. And it's the same thing. She smiles at absolutely everyone. Everyone. Like today, everyone was like, oh, she smiled at me. I'm like, yeah, you're not special.
She just loves
She
everyone.
does, and she just
amazing.
really
cute.
emulates that.
So I love the story of so Walt, he did first LA and then he did Orlando, and he planned it all, and then he passed away before it was open. And then the story goes that there's 2 executives on opening day are walking down Main Street, and one turns to the other and says, I wish Walt would have seen this. And the other responded, Walt did see this. He saw every inch of this place, right? Before it happened, right? It's what he created. He visioned it, and it came to pass, right?
Yes.
Incredible.
Yes.
We actually, my husband and I have these conversations all the time of like, how do we Walt Disney this? How do we Walt Disney this? We literally say this every day when we're in our business, because we host a lot of events and we, host people. And it's like, when people walk in the door, what do you want them to feel? When they leave, how do you want them to feel, right? It's the ambiance, it's the experience. Every little tiny piece counts. And so, yeah, I love that. So good. But what were you going to say?
You were asking us earlier how we come up with creativity.
Yeah.
Walt Disney. That's one of the reasons for the name. Is we both grew up with basically the creations that the movies, the TV shows, everything that came as a result of Disney's creativity. It raised us almost as much as our parents, and for that reason, like. It's what sparked our creativity, our imagination, and it's how we've been able to create the videos that we've created.
The real life happily ever after.
Yes.
That it's not just on the movies.
Love it.
You really can find your Prince Charming and have a happy family. And Disney showed us the princess and the marriage, but a lot of time left out the actual happily ever after. And now that's what we're showing to the world.
That's why the consensus was clear in your family councils.
Yes.
That Disney was your 7th child. That is amazing. And I'm so honored to have you on the show. I mean, I watch your stuff. I watch every show, every video you do as well. So I'm a
thank
fan
you.
now too, because I've really absorbed all of your content, and it brings light to the world. So your vision for light is happening with your fans and to the world. So it's an absolute honor to have you both, including Disney, on the show.
Thank you so much.
You earlier asked like about kids and protecting them, and then we were talking about light. The thought just keeps coming back to me. In the Sermon on the Mount, Christ said, people don't put a candle under a bushel, they put it on a candlestick.
Yeah, that's right.
And he says, let your light so shine before the world. That's ultimately what we're trying to do. Is we've been so blessed by our relationship with God. We've been so blessed by the love that we have in our family, that if showing a little bit of that light and the result of our faith and love in our family, if that can help one person, like, all of it's worth it.
Amen
Like,
to that.
And so I think the net result of what we're doing is absolutely positive. I think it's light that's being spread in the world.
Amen to that.
Wow, thank you guys so much for being here. Seriously, such a blessing. I didn't know who you were, and now I'm going to be the craziest Superist fan.
Aw.
Seriously, I will go binge watch all of your stuff right now. Like, this is the journey. This is what people do need. And so I do hope that all of you do what I do, which is go binge watch all of them. What's the show called? What's your channel
So
called?
it's What About Ob?
What About
Or
Ob?
if you just look up the Jones fam,
Yeah,
you'll show
Jones
up.
Jones
fam.
fam. Yeah. Okay. And mostly on TikTok or Instagram or
All
of
of them.
them?
Everywhere. TikTok,
Okay.
Instagram, YouTube,
You're gonna find it.
Facebook,
Okay.
you'll find us.
And
Very
it's always the
easily.
same.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Oh my
what about
gosh.
Ob will get you there.
What about Ob? Why? What about Aubree?
Aubree.
Yes.
Okay.
Ob is my nickname.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's the origin of that. Do you know
Okay.
the old movie What About Bob?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So Bob, everybody loved him except his psychiatrist.
Right.
That's Aubrey.
That's me.
What about Ob? I love it.
And he's so fun, but a little crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
It all
What
fits.
about Ob? I love
It's amazing.
it. What a fun play on words too. Just because
Yes.
I actually just watched that show like 4 days ago.
Oh, it's a
Which is so
classic.
funny.
It's a classic.
Classic.
So that's
Dr.
fun.
Leo Marvin.
So good. Well, thank you so much for being here. As always, we're grateful for all of your sponsorship and your support and your love. So give us a like and make sure that you put in the comments a takeaway and the light and the love that they're bringing. Make sure that you give them some support. Thank you. See you next time.